Hey you guys, welcome to Melissa Valentine's Nursery. My name is Melissa.
I'm Joseph.
He's my son. And today we have a few things to talk about. So first, when we first came in here, if you don't know me, my son sometimes joins me on videos. Not all the time, but once in a blue. I came home from work. We went food shopping together. We took Sandra with us video wise, and she was checking out the prices. We went to Aldi locally because it's the cheapest one here, cheapest grocery store to go to here. So then we came home and we've got dinner in the oven, dinner/lunch. Yeah, and then I said, Joe, let's do a video. So in this room are 5 babies, and then the portrait baby's in my bedroom, and I wasn't going to do that. So let's move on. Why did you choose this baby, and how much do you know about this baby before we continue with the video?
For one, it's because now I don't do well with tracking the different names and stuff, so I really only know Melody and Natalie. That's like the only two that I actually know.
So the names that
constantly.
I named him.
Yeah, like those are the only 2 names I.
What's the name of this one?
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember the names.
And the other 2, Lenore and Noelle.
Lenore I never hear. I don't remember Noelle.
Okay, Noelle was from Christmas. Okay, right. My Teddy and Laura. So this is the Oakley sculpt, and this is William. Mm-hmm. And this is Melody. And this is the Madison sculpt. And Natalie Fakebridge had painted both of them from Precious REBORNS Nursery.
Don't these 2 have the same artist?
And Teddy. Huh? And the Teddy one. The Christmas one. Not the Laura's
one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, and so I said, Joe, pick your baby. Now, why did you pick that one?
Well, pretty much for one, as I recognize like which one it was, and second of all, just like the actual artwork of it.
You like that one?
I like the artwork of it.
Of this one?
Yeah, I do think it actually has probably some of the best artwork.
Yeah, that was my first custom.
If not,
the
best.
It resembles me. It has my birthmarks on my face, my 2 little birthmarks. I'm just saying. Okay. So I've written some things down. So, Sandra had recently done a video yesterday, I believe. She doesn't feel good, but she did a video, and some of it was, she was talking about me and her come from the same type of background as far as families, right? My father's side is 100% like Italian. And so, growing up, you had to kiss them. The men mostly shook hands. But you had to kiss. I had to kiss my grandfather. How do you feel when you go to that side of the family and they kiss you? Well, how does that make you feel?
I just see it as affection.
As affection?
Yeah.
Growing up, I didn't particularly like kissing some of them. My Aunt Gilda, she would bite my cheeks instead of kiss me. So she said, get over here. And she would literally bite your cheeks. And I would get her nasty old lady spit on my cheeks. And at that time, she was probably 40 or 50 years old. And here I am, 41. But she would bite my cheeks instead of kiss me all the time. And she's like, oh, you taste so good,
But isn't she the one I got the craziest stories with, though?
Oh, my God, my Aunt Gilda.
Yeah, so, I mean...
She loves Elvis.
It has to be worth it for the crazy stories, though. It had to have been worth it.
Yes. my Aunt Gilda, let me tell you, she's actually my great Aunt Gilda. She's my dad's aunt. But she, in that family, it doesn't matter. It's all close knit. It could be my great aunt, but I still refer to her as my aunt.
But yeah, that's one thing that does actually kind of throw me off because this to me, I've never used the word great aunt.
Right.
So to me, whether even on the other side of the family, I still don't really differentiate. I just don't really. I was never taught to differentiate.
Right. My mom has an Aunt Mary, and I refer to her as Aunt Mary. I've always liked her. My mom's sister, so that would be my mom's aunt. But to me, she's still my aunt, my great Aunt Mary. And my aunts, Vicky, Lizzie, Kitty, and Annie, that's your great aunts. But you still call them Aunt Annie, Aunt Vicky, Aunt Kitty. Yeah. Because my family is so close-knit when it comes to referring to them. Or even if you see them once a year, you still feel that closeness with them. I've had more memories of family gatherings where they were more frequent, where Joseph, it wasn't as frequent. That's why I asked him, right, but that's why I asked you on my dad's side of the family, on Poppy's side of the family, you know, how do you feel about them kissing more when you see each other? Yeah. And then on occasion it happens on the other side of the family, you know, like if you see Vicky and everything, you know. But, you know, it doesn't bother me because I was raised with it. And if I went into, like, let's say Sandra still saw her family and they were still, you know, getting together and still kissing. I'm so conditioned and so accustomed to doing that it would be like innate, you know. I wouldn't think twice. I would just go, hey, how you doing? You know, I wouldn't even think twice about it. I would just do it anyway because I was raised that way. Yeah. So, but like, I don't think about it really. Like when they bite your cheek, like Aunt G would bite my cheek, you know, like her spit. I was a kid, you know, she'd be like, get over here. And even Aunt Joanne, my Aunt Joanne used to do it, which would be his great Aunt Joanne. So Aunt Joanne used to do it and bite my cheek, but they stopped doing that. Maybe because they realized the kids don't like it. So, you know, Sandra had talked about that and it brought me back memories. It brought me back to a time when that's what we did, you know? And now that we get together more at my mom's house and my brother's house, we don't do it as much, but if we haven't seen somebody, like I will still give my sister Carolyn, his Aunt Carolyn, my sister, I'll give her a hug when I see her sometimes, or my sister Dory, you know, Dolores, the kids. It just depends on how long it's been, or is it just me and them meeting, or is it a big family thing? It's etiquette, you know? If it's a big Christmas family thing, I'll go over and say hello I have all 4 grandparents still alive at 41 years old. All 4 grandparents. So I will, if I haven't seen my grandparents and I'm seeing them at a Christmas party, I will go over to them and, you know, on both sides of the family and give them kisses and hugs and whatever. But it's just second nature to me. I don't even have to think about it. And chances are when I see Sandra and I go visit her, it's just going to be second nature. We'll go over her, give her a hug, give her a kiss, blah, blah. It's just second nature. It's like automatic, you know? Now, something else she talked about was birthdays. Carla, at Carla's Bunny Trail, her birthday is April 22nd. So you guys, please, as you watch her video, show her some love. She is turning 21. So she's finally at the legal age of whatever's legal in her state. Legality stuff, you know. So wish her a happy... Well, it depends. Isn't it? Depend on state? Does it depend
Actually, I'm pretty sure all states have it where it's 21.
Really?
Yeah. Because
maybe I'm thinking of smoking. Smoking used to be 18.
Wait, hold on.
What is smoking?
No, I'm pretty sure that's 21 as well.
Wow.
One of those two, I can't remember if it's alcohol or smoking, but one of those two are federally 18, but every state adopted 21.
So you can vote at 18, you could shoot guns off, but you can't.
Yeah.
I live in the Southeast, so we are very liberal with our guns. I mean, we do gun safety. Joseph has went shooting and everything. But anyway, wish Carla a happy birthday as the time goes. Yes, because March, April, that's like a month away. And so, as far as birthdays, Sandra had talked about like her sister's birthday, and her sister, you know, they're not as close, I guess, as, you know, I'm not going to share all the business, but, you know, sometimes when it's somebody's birthday, do you call them if you are not close to them? How do you feel about that, Joe?
Think about it this way. I feel like you're not entitled, or they're not entitled to your response, but I feel like it wouldn't hurt, even if you don't want to call, to send like a text even. Like it wouldn't hurt, like unless you really do not like that person to the point where you literally do not want to communicate at all, then you could even just shoot a text. But if not, if you don't want to communicate, then just don't communicate. Like just don't do it.
So for me, this is how it works. I could love you to the end of the world, but I have a very forgetful mind. Joey's like,
yeah, I can see where I get some of that from.
I could not like you very much and think of your birthday, or I can love you to the ends of the both around the whole world and forget your birthday. That's just me. That's my nature. So, it's hit or miss for me. Even if I don't care for you too much, actually, if I don't care for you too much, I probably don't even have you in my phone. But if I think about it, if I think about your birthday, I'm going to wish you a happy birthday. If I'm a day late, I may say happy belated birthday. But if I ever forget to say happy birthday, it's not intentional. My son knows my brain does not shut down.
I don't want to talk about brain doesn't shut down. My brain does not shut down either.
No, but I mean, I forget a lot of things because I'm always squirrel.
ADHD.
Yeah. So if I don't say happy birthday, it's not intentional. And if I remember, hey, happy birthday. I try to remember everybody's birthday, but it's not always possible. It's not.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
and oh my God, Sandra is getting the most beautiful baby this weekend. The most beautiful baby from Dallas. And she shared that with you guys. It's coming from Dallas. And the thing is, the box opening was like 2 separate boxes. So like the baby's in one box. I'm sure there's a few things in there. And then she had a baby box opening on a second box, but the baby box opening box came first in the mail, even though they were shipped at the same time. The baby's coming late, and then something like that. Anyway, so she opened up the box of goodies for the baby. Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff. Dallas sent gorgeous stuff. In fact, that one white romper with the bonnet and the bunny ears, I love that. Sandra, you know who to give it to. You know who it belongs to if you ever don't want it. So, I'm just saying for future reference, So let me tell you, I was actually 2 days ago, because I was actually going to do a video yesterday, but work pissed me off. Work pissed me off beyond belief. So, you know how that could be, Joe, right? There's all the drama at my work.
Yeah.
A lot of drama.
That is intense.
And he was at school yesterday. I actually got into a little bit of a dispute yesterday at work.
Wait, what happened?
He doesn't know. But anyway, I was pissed.
We'll talk about it after that.
I was so mad that when I got home, well, first, I texted Sandra on the way home. I was so angry I could have cried. And then
we'll talk about it.
Well, when I got home, I laid in my bed and just vegetated, just laid there until it was time to take sleeping medicine, and then I fell asleep.
That was probably a depressive episode, wasn't it?
I mean, it wasn't a depressive episode. It was just the circumstance.
Yeah, but if you literally just lay in your bed.
I watched YouTube.
I was just saying, okay.
But before,
because if you're just laying there, I think you're in the
But before that all happened, 2 days before, I was actually watching Linda's Romper Room. And I usually watch my main folks, but every now and then I will stray and watch somebody just, and I've watched Linda Romper's Room before, but when you have a little extra time, you kind of go this way and that way, so she does, I guess she's doing every month, tags or something. Anyway, she did a get to know me questions tag. This was March 8th questions tag. What is this today? March 14th?
I think
so we're a little behind, but we're catching up. So she's got 8 questions. Okay. When she was doing this, she was talking about how she's going for surgery. If you watch Linda, she's gonna have surgery. And she was talking about how men versus women clean. And there is a difference. Unless the man is super, super clean. And then she was talking about her. Yeah, I know. Joey's
I see where this is about to go.
No, we're not. I wasn't going to go too deep because Joey's women. What is it called that you say? The women's. What is it?
Hold on. Let me phrase before you phrase. Let me phrase.
Stereotypes.
Basically, yeah. Like I don't like
You
what
can't
things
stand
I
stereotypes.
don't like things that are easily stereotyped because
Yeah.
to me it is I see it as very much a misrepresentation because people
But see,
make
it doesn't
assumptions based
apply.
off of stereotypes. Huh?
Stereotypes are not good. I agree, but sometimes, generally speaking,
Yes, generally
women are
yes.
usually better at cleaning.
It depends what it is, because I tell you what, compare a house to a car. I'm sure a man's gonna clean the car better.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
it depends on what
You
being
have
cleans.
a point. You have a
Depends on
point.
what's being cleaned.
All right. So then she was talking about she had her friend gathering. I don't know if she had the gathering yet or not. She was planning for it, or she had it. I don't know. But they did like an auction, like stuff that they didn't want no longer at their home. They brought it into a room, and then later on, they all bid on each other's stuff, and they played with fake money, and then that was pretty cool. I mean, I've never heard of anything like that. You all bid on each other's, one guy's trash is another one's treasure. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, that was her March 8th questions tag. And she was talking about how plants and gardening in Arizona, how she was going to do that. And it's March now. It's kind of a little too cool. But I was actually thinking about getting to our gardening because we gardened a few years ago. We just haven't done it. Like, we have to really, work on the front yard.
No, we didn't do it last year.
We didn't do it last year.
Yeah, because it wasn't readied up.
No, but, we actually had a big garden going one year. We had watermelon. Remember that big watermelon?
Yeah, I could probably do it again.
Yeah, he's got a green thumb.
I just got to get my tiller out and till it up again. Maybe
and the peach tree outside looks really good. Have you seen it?
No.
It's got flowering on it.
Oh, good. So that means my lemons should also start doing it soon too.
He's got lemon trees outside.
Hopefully they didn't die though.
But my front flower bed to my house is a disaster. It used to have azalea bushes, and I pulled them all out years ago. And then we put lilies and stuff, but they just didn't take very well. They're all like crap right now. And then I had a rose bush. My ex-husband had put two different type of rose bushes together to make it, but nobody's been maintaining it. So the rose bush on the what is it called? The metal thing, the trellis has fallen forward. So it's a hot mess. That whole front has to be redone. We might as well just get some. I think we should get some bushes that yield something and put it out there.
Yeah, well, one thing to make me actually take more attention to plants is usually when they yield.
Yeah, I like bushes and plants that yield.
Yeah, I'm not much of a just flowers for flowers. I want now if I had a lot of money and I can make a big garden, okay, I probably would do some decoration. But
are we in zone 7 or zone 6?
I want to say we're at zone 7, but we're close to what North Carolina is. But we happen to be in a 7 though. No, we're at 7. We're just close to 6.
But partial shade yielding. Now, half of my house is full shade because I have a big tree there. But the other half is partial shade. And I believe it gets sun in the evening. It gets evening sun because the sun rises behind the house. It gets evening sun and morning not sun. So I need to get bushes that yield produce or of some sort, but can tolerate that. And we're in zone 7. So if you have any opinions, if you have a green thumb with plants, that'd be good for us to know. Because I really want to put something worth a damn out there. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't really care what my house looks like in the winter when it comes to bushes, but we want something we have blackberry bushes out there. Is that what we have, blackberry?
Yes.
Yeah, there's two or...
Two.
Did one die? Oh, 2.
Actually, yeah, one of them might have died. I'll have to confirm.
So we have
I know we
blackberry bushes outside. We have lemon bush trees.
I think it's the one that you accidentally snapped.
Yeah,
the stem in half.
But he has 2 lemon trees out there that we're he's taking tender care of. We have a peach tree, and actually it was having little fuzzy balls last year. So maybe this year we'll have big fuzzy balls. I'm just saying. All right, let's do our questions tag.
Yeah.
1, where am I from?
Well,
I'm from.
I'm from South Carolina.
He was born in South Carolina.
Born here.
I was born in New York.
Yeah.
Are you single or married?
Single.
I'm single. What do you do in your free time?
Well, as of more recently, I've been looking more at side hustles and business. Because I'm thinking of personally changing my goal from being a millionaire by 30 to being possibly a multi-millionaire before 30. I'm thinking of changing it to a more ambitious goal.
Well, he likes to look into like investments and stocks.
Yeah. And I learned my original 10-year, well, technically 11-year plan, but I call it a 10-year plan just to make it a little rounder. And it technically is doable in 10 years. But my original like 10-year plan, I kind of realized it wouldn't, I don't.
It's not sustainable.
No, it's very much sustainable, very much. But, well, for how my conditions are. But it's not fast enough. Because I don't want to wait. My thing is, I'm like, why wait till I'm 30 to be able to get $1 million if I can try to do business and become a multi-millionaire before 30?
Well,
I can eliminate way, like, a ton of the time.
you're going to take care of your mother when you're rich?
I mean, I make sure I pay debts off.
You're going to take care of your mother when you're rich?
I'm going to teach you how to make money.
Are you going to take care of your mother when you're rich? I'm asking you.
How do you define take care of?
You know, I worked hard. I busted my ass for you my whole life. You think I became a nurse out of nowhere? You think it just come right out of my ass?
Would you like to still have student loans?
No.
Okay, then I already said I'd pay your debts off.
Okay, good. Aww.
I already said
That's
pay your
beautiful.
debts.
Okay. Oh, I got to answer the question. What do you do in your free time? Well, while he's studying investments in his future, I'm doing diamond art and reading. But you have to understand.
Well, reading can be good depending on what you are reading. Because reading can fall into the whole improvement stuff.
My sister gave me this book called Credence.
Oh, God.
And she said it's very unhinged, and I like unhinged books. But she said she couldn't finish it because it was sick. I've read about 50...
That's my mom's bat signal right there.
I've gotten 50 pages in, and I think I know where it's going to go, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I'm going to continue it, but let me see where it goes. Now, also, what do I do in my free time? I also do diamond art, read, color, crochet. I haven't colored in a while. Watch YouTube. I like to watch... Sandra was talking about Life Plus Cindy. She's not the same anymore. She's deleted a lot of videos. And I don't know what the hell she's doing now with her life. But she's completely different. And I don't know. That's another thing. I used to watch her. Yeah, her voice is a little but I got used to her. But she has deleted a lot of stuff. She went through life changes and she ain't the same. But I like to check and see what she's doing. What else do I do? I like to watch astronomy, Victorian educational videos. What else do I watch on the YouTube? I was, how it's made, All right. Now, number 4. Can you be friends with the opposite sex?
I'd say it kind of depends, but yeah.
I think it's circumstantial.
Yeah. Like, I really think it depends.
Because, like, in a marriage, you can, but the thing is, like, sometimes in marriages, people can get very jealous. Sometimes in marriages, some people can't control themselves. I think it's circumstantial. If you have two people, let's say in a marriage, 2 people in a marriage who is very secure with one another and they have a good history together, I can't see why it would be an issue. But then if you have 2 people in a marriage who have insecurities, I feel like that's something that has to be avoided.
Yeah.
Stick with family or friends of the same sex. Now, if you're single, what the hell does it matter?
Yeah, I
mean, hey, I'm single, like when, hey,
Yeah, it's like, I know what you mean there.
Okay, so number 5, are you an introvert or extrovert?
Funny thing is, this answer is actually, it's stayed baseline the same, but has changed a little bit. But I would say, as time went on, I feel like I went from being, very introverted to being an extroverted introvert. So, I'm still an introvert, I just feel like I've built more of an extroverted, part of my introversion. Because to me, if I'm around people that I'm used to, I'll have more of an extrovert type of behavior. But if I'm around people I don't really know, I will be more introverted. So that's why I say.
But it also depends on the energy of the people you're around. If you're around a bunch of strangers and some of them are so for me, let's say I'm around people who are unfamiliar. So let's say I go to the doll show and let's say, I'm surrounded by some people that I'm familiar with. Let's say like Heather and Janet and, I'm missing somebody. With Dallas, right? And let's say one of them is just like, well, Sandra isn't going to be there. I wish she would. But let's say like one of them is just like over the top energy. And I feel like they're just like over my energy, right? Threshold. I am not as extroverted. I become an introvert. But if I feel like all of our energy matches.
Well, let me put it this way. I think what you're getting to is like, well, I guess you are kind of saying something different. So I guess you can finish the point.
Yeah, you're talking about comfortability. I'm talking about sometimes when you're in a group of people, it could be anywhere, any group of people. If there's somebody who is easily excited and their energy levels are way more than my own, then I tend to become a little more isolated, like self-isolated emotionally. And that's when I become introverted. But I feel like if there's a balance of personalities, then I'm usually an extrovert. You know what I'm saying? It has to be in that balance of personalities that comes around.
The only thing I really say that stops me from really switching from like being an extroverted introvert to being like an introverted extrovert, what keeps me on the introvert end is I just prefer solitude. Like to me, I don't get energy from being around other people. I might get into a conversation, get energetic, but I'm not getting energy, I'm expending energy.
Yeah, but my thing is so like we're comfortable with being alone. You self-soothe, I self-soothe. And that's just something that me and Joseph, that's just part of our personality.
That's why I still think baseline-wise, I'm an introvert.
Hey, listen, COVID, I had to be home 7 days, isolated. That was the greatest fucking thing. Yeah. I was like, hell yeah. You know? Like, hell, I'm good with that.
I guess the big test in recent times about whether you're an introvert or extrovert, what was your reaction to lockdown? If lockdown was fine for you, you're probably an introvert. If you lost your mind on lockdown, you're probably an extrovert.
Well, here's the thing. Cuddles by Christina, she did a video recently, a few days ago, and she was talking about the anniversary of COVID and how, like, everybody was scared back then, blah, blah. For me, it didn't matter. You know why? Because I was a healthcare worker. Yeah. I continued to work. In fact, they tried to work us more hours, and I feel like we were expendable. I felt like if you were an essential worker, you were expendable. And healthcare workers, shit, we were wearing the same mask for weeks. We were sharing PPE for days. Like, it destroyed my affinity for healthcare. Like, it destroyed my dependability on healthcare, my confidence in healthcare. And now at this point, after I went through COVID, like, I don't give a damn about wearing a mask anymore. Like, because I've been through it all. But I didn't stay home for weeks. I didn't get to work from home. When I got COVID twice and I got to be home for a week, it was a blessing for me because I got to, like, get away from the being expendable, get away from being around the sick people, get away from wearing the same PPE day in and day out and sharing it with people.
Was that a paid time off?
No. By the time I got COVID, they didn't pay me no more. I had COVID twice and never paid me. But I had to wear the same mask for 2 weeks. And then somebody made me a mask because they felt bad and I was not allowed to wear it. I had to wear that. It was terrible. We were wearing N95s, the same ones for 2 weeks. And try breathing in an N95 for 8 hours. I mean, come on. But, okay. So, somehow we went from introvert, extrovert, way to damn COVID.
All right. Let's move on. Number 6. What is your dream job?
You want me to answer first?
Yes, you go first.
My dream job. Now, I'm going to tell you. I don't really have a dream job because this might get a little too cuckoo for you guys.
If you had the qualifications for any job, what would your dream job be?
I feel like jobs become redundant. And then they don't become dream anymore. You know what I'm saying? But
there's that millionaire's flair.
It would have to be like arts. Something artistic where I can do something different. And any dream job that...
Artist, writer.
I don't want to be this... I don't want to do the same mundane shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have a dream job because I feel like things get boring. You know? I need to have something that switches up. So maybe maybe in the arts or something. I don't know.
Well, change it then. What's your dream pursuit?
My dream pursuit?
I
would love to travel.
Okay, well, that didn't answer the way I thought it was. So you just don't have a dream job?
I don't, because I know I'd get bored of it.
So
I would love to work with animals, but I know every day I would get bored with it.
Here's my thing, right? And this is why I wanted to go
What's
second.
your thing, darling?
I don't have the dream job. I don't have one. I dream to be the creator of the job. As in
CEO.
Actually, I want to be the owner. I don't want to answer. So ideally, I can make a business so big it becomes a mega corporation. Ideally, like it becomes huge. And the thing is, I would want it to be a privately held business, as in I don't answer to stockbrokers, because all these stock companies and like brokers and stuff, if you are publicly traded, you lose your autonomy because you end up a puppet of those stock traders.
Clearly, you've given this much thought.
But if you are a private entity, they cannot push you because they do not own your business at all. You wholly own your business, unless you split equity privately. Because I think privately you are allowed to split equity. It's just you're just not publicly traded.
You know, my dream job, if I could have dream job, let me list a few, but I know I'd get bored of them. Like, I would love to be a pilot. I would love to work with animals, like as a veterinarian.
No, live it this way. Would you be interested in business?
No.
Okay.
That's boring. Sorry. Anybody's interested in business.
Hey, now.
Accounting, money.
If you want that millionaire
he's
status.
really great because, like, I get bored when it comes to, like, accounting, money, finance. It's like, that stuff bores the shit out of me. Business,
I perk up.
he's on the other side. Yeah,
I perk up when I hear that. I'm like, All right, so we finished on point 6? Mm-hmm. All right. Point 7. What was your favorite subject in school?
Mine changed. Mine was English and still is. Like writing, the writing composition part. Mm-hmm. I still keep a journal. I've had a journal since the 6th grade. In fact, I was journaling today. When I really get into it, I could journal page after page after page, and my thoughts just pour out on paper. But when I became right before college, because I did a lot of college, I have a master's, but right before college, it switched to biology and physics.
Oh, so we're talking specific subjects.
So,
okay.
Right. So I loved English. And then when I was finishing high school, I started liking biology, and in college, biology and physics. Now, that's like your regular favorite subjects. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to like other subjects, I didn't have, I think Linda's Romper Room was talking about home economics, or was it, and somebody else was talking about an egg. Did you have to raise an egg? Was it Cuddles by Christina, raise an egg in home economics? We had to do that, but it wasn't called home economics. It was like some other life class or something. We did raise an egg, and I mummified mine. I mummified my egg. I'm glad you made it this far in life, because I had to carry an egg around for 7 days, and it had no shell left. It was a smelly, sulfur, round, scotch-taped egg. So I'm glad you made it to 19.
About to be, yep.
But I didn't really have the fun, like, extra electives. Well, so that's why I chose those, because I didn't really have any. For
me, so it really depends, because I feel like when it comes to favorite subject, I feel like in the earlier grades, it was probably more science related things, but later on, I would say maybe with the exception of biology and like the labs for physics, I would say later on it kind of turned more into math being a preferred subject, because here's the thing. I am very skilled in trigonometry. Like I naturally I'm very intuitive with it for like when it comes to learning the stuff. So I am
not mathematically inclined. I hate math. I've hated math in school, but I can do what is it called?
Now if I had to
not transfusions. What is it called? Milliliters to
conversion factor.
I'm very good at conversions being a nurse. But other than that, like, I hate math. Don't come at me with no crazy shit.
So if I had to be more specific, because I know it's kind of vague. If I had to be more specific, I would say like the more recent stuff I've done, I'd say biology is probably one of the funnest, like the most fun, because you get to cut stuff open. and look at it.
He had a very good biology teacher. I homeschooled him, and I spent a lot of money on very highfalutin labs.
Now, if you want to go to more than
dead
math,
animals and everything, what did we have? Microscopes, everything.
Now, I guess if you look more towards the math side of things, it depends on how easy. If it's easy as in, I don't need to worry about how difficult it is, then it's probably going to be more trig. But if you talk about in terms of interesting, I'm probably about to sound like a masochist for saying this, but I would say calculus is actually interesting. Because calculus can explain things that trig would take, could take forever for. It's really... Calculus has built so many things because it's able to shortcut so much.
See, that's your mind, though. Your mind is so mathematical, where mine is more scientific. And it's become historical, in a sense. You know? Why you keep playing with this paper? You're making me nervous.
Because it was the other way. I was trying to bend it
but,
back. It bent one way.
I don't know. Because I do like history, but certain
history is fun, yeah.
History I used to hate history.
The problem with history as a subject for me is that I don't control the pace. I like history at my own pacing. I don't like it to be pace controlled. So that's what turns me off from actually saying
like what school does.
Yeah, I don't like it being paced.
You like it on your own accord.
Yes.
That's like me. I like it on my own accord.
Like imagine learning the Victorian stuff, except instead of learning at your own pace, you have to learn at the pace.
I didn't like reading until I was reading on my own. Because I felt like I didn't like being tested on it.
I wonder if I could probably...
I don't like the structural components that school gives when it comes to learning subjects.
And I do think it's outdated too.
Yeah, if you freely... I was a homeschooler. You know, many people who homeschool might... I do not believe in unschooling children, but I do believe in giving them the freedoms to explore the stuff they're most interested in. And if you set boundaries and structure too tightly, they're not gonna enjoy reading. They're not gonna enjoy history.
For example, with me going to college and stuff, she gave me a lot of control in terms of how I manage my time. And that exposed a lot of time management issues that I had, so that when I went to college, I can go ahead and get out the wrinkles. So I could actually manage my time.
As I homeschooled him, I gave him more and more autonomy. And I said, your consequence would be you failing. And that's on you. And that reflects you in your future.
And one time I was...
And I said, because it started out with me coddling you with homeschool. And then I slowly stepped back. And we did all the subjects. We were supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
But we did it in certain ways so that it made it more fun.
I remember that final year.
I said, you're on your own.
I almost ended up facing a consequence. But
I was like, here's your material. And this is... you're supposed to go to college, because if you don't go to college and you're going to go straight to work, you can go leave my house.
I thought it was either I work full time,
something like that. What did I say?
I thought it was
you either have to work full time and go to school part time, or go to school full time.
I don't remember
and go to
school
work part time.
Being a part of it for full time.
Well, there was some condition, but it worked. He's 2 years in college. It worked. Whatever it is, it worked.
Just to say, as long as I can get a job, I don't plan on going any further. Because I got business plans.
But
I'm not going for a higher
your
degree.
Goals. You better be.
I know. But I ain't going for no higher degree.
Don't shortchange yourself.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not going to. Actually, if anything, I'm going to overchange myself.
Always have a plan A, B, and C.
Well, plan C will probably come from the failure of plan A. So, or
have plans.
Well, I guess plan B and C are kind of intertwined. Because plan A feeds plan B and C.
I'm just saying, have plans. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand's doing, and do what you're gonna have to do. Okay. Now let's move on. Now, hold on. We gotta progress. Okay. 8. What is your favorite scent?
It can be perfume, candle, or outside. Okay. Honestly.
All right, let you think. Let me say. So my favorite scent, I love coconut smells, candles, perfumes. And then the outside, I love the summer smell, with the water. You ever smell the water from the hose or like the chlorine. It's like the chlorine summer smell. And I also like the coconut summer smell. You know, like a lot of the sunscreens have it. It's just that summery smell.
I think there's 2 cents, right?
Oh, there's 2 cents? You're going to give me a 2 cents?
For one, whenever you smell food that's cooking and they're actually cooking it really good.
Like barbecue?
I guess personally, like when you can smell a flavor and just by smelling it, you know it's gonna taste
I love like
phenomenal.
a good barbecue place when you
A
walk in, it smells
second,
good.
I don't know why this came to my mind, but the smell of vanilla.
A lot of people like vanilla. I used to like vanilla.
It's oddly a nice smell on me.
Yeah, I mean, I used to like vanilla, but I've gravitated towards coconut.
And the reason I don't really say anything about cologne and stuff is cologne, I know it's kind of a joke. People make jokes that cologne is like named after like concepts instead of like actual things. And it's kind of weird because I don't think it's right to really name a concept as a scent. The voice is just kind of weird.
Well, I also like about cashmere.
But like you all like you have like Irish Spring, and they'll name one of their things like Ocean Breeze. It's like, it's like what does an ocean breeze smell like?
You don't know? You never smelled the ocean? It smells like fish.
No, not the ocean. Ocean breeze.
It's a breeze of the fishy ocean.
What? I want to smell salt. You want to smell saline? Like
No,
it's
so
so
like,
weird how they name it.
Also, wait a minute. But when it comes to my scents, going back to the scents we like, you're right though. But I like the woodsy type stuff, like woodsy. I like sandalwood.
I can see that.
I like the cashmere. If you ever smell the cashmere candles and stuff, I gravitate towards the woodsy type, and I like the male cologne, like the musks. I like those, but not when it smells like body odor. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. No, some smell like shit, but I'm just saying, like, you know. So, I gotta put my baby to the side. You can keep holding yours for a minute. Because there's one last thing. What?
You said because.
Because there's one. So, you know, my camera just decided to say the storage was full, but I think it was because the 50 million short clips I sent Sandra at the damn Aldi store. So I got this box in the mail. This is Happy Mail. And it was Happy Mail. That's low battery. And now we got low battery on my phone, but it's okay. We're going to make this quick. So I love Happy Mail, and I love Happy Mail of all sorts. So this came from Walmart. And I actually had a message from Barbie Indo. And she said she sent me a Walmart gift. And this is really cool because people love getting this in their box openings. They do. It smells good. And I believe Sandra got the same one. So, incidentally, it has to be a Barbie Happy Mail. So me and Sandra squeeze and sniff. Squeeze and sniff. It smells good. I can't get it open though, but I can kind of smell it with. Get that open for me. So like Sandra and hers, she had that. So okay, and we went to the store today, and we didn't buy any. What is it called?
Open the lid.
How do you open it?
It's a lid.
Clearly, I don't buy these. But it does smell good.
Smell it?
It's baby scent. It smells good. So all of your clothes, you're going to smell like a baby.
Okay, now.
Even though you're turning 19. So, honestly, like, I don't ever buy Drift anything. So this is actually really cool. And I've seen these. People actually have these in, like, the organza bags. And that's pretty neat. So, Sandra, you have the same one. Came from Barbie. And, you know, I'm thankful for all sorts of, I got to smell more of it. I'm thankful for all sorts of Happy Mail. Especially stuff like this, because this is a splurge. I don't ever buy Drift. Sandra's seen that me and Joe went grocery shopping for our 2 weeks. She was like, is that enough for you guys? And honestly, me and Joe eat once or twice a day. And I eat once a day, 5 days a week. Sometimes twice a day, depending if it's like Saturday and Sunday. And we don't really carry a lot of snacks in the house. We really don't.
Yeah, we've been cutting down on that.
Yeah, I mean, by far. And
Anything
so
that's left was left back when we first started dieting again. So.
yeah, but even then, like, we're on a budget, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, we always did have like a.
What did we spend? Like 178 for 2 weeks, and that
I think it was
included
187.
right, and that included dog food and cat food.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Dog food, cat food, Tide Pods.
Wait, cat food?
The cans of cat food, the 28 cans of cat food for both cats.
So we probably would have spent even a good bit less if we didn't have the...
And the dog food. We splurged on Irish cream, whipped cream for my coffee. That was the splurge.
No, I think about it, you did have whipped cream already.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We used the rest of it.
So, you know, things like this. And even like, if you guys remember when Sandra, at Sandra Frozen in Time Reborn, she's my bestie. She's my bestie from out Westy. But she, Joey's giggling. She actually like sent me birthday gifts. And I said, you guys, don't be surprised if it's going to be weird stuff. Because as far as like, I still have like tons of Zest soap from her. You know, like I love gifts that are practical. Yeah, I love the babies and the clothes. But let me tell you, like stuff like this is like a spoil thing for me. Right? Because we don't really buy things like this. Every now and then I'll buy the infusions. What is it? Spring Rain or something. But like today, like Joe was like, Ma, we need what's it called? The dryer sheets. And I don't always buy dryer sheets. That's like a splurge thing. So I spend $2 on dryer sheets, you know?
I mean, we regularly use them now.
Lately.
We used to not use them regularly, but we use them regularly.
And so like things like that is like a splurge. But like there's certain things that you just like Tide Pods. I buy Tide Pods. Tide Pods. And Dawn dish detergent. Like those are I'm not buying nothing else. But so I want to say thank you, you know, very much. And Sandra came from Barbie. So I do enjoy things like this. Even though, I mean, you know, I can put these in little organza bags in my nursery, wash the baby's clothes with it. But, you know, it's nice to have a little spoiling, you know, because I don't ever, you know, do extra. Do I ever buy extra stuff? You ever see me buy? I don't buy I don't get my nails done, my hair done.
Not extra in that sense.
What extra? What you talking about? What extra? What I buy extra?
I ain't opening that can of worms.
Join the babies?
That's one example, but I mean, the impulse has to be controlled more, but there are some other stuff.
Like what?
Well, for one, sometimes food choices. Sometimes you're like, oh, well, I'll get this or this because
you talking about whipped cream?
No, not whipped cream.
I've been doing pretty freaking good.
Oh, no, I'm not doubting.
We've been on this thing since January 17th.
Well, we were on carnivore at that time. We switched to keto. So,
all right, mister. All right. It is 11:30. We did a lot today. It's 11:15. Something like that. And we got food in the oven. We got a chuck roast. And I got to take a shower. And I want to start washing some clothes. And I go to bed in like less than an hour. So we got to get moving. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. Congratulations to all the people that got babies. Cuddles by Christina got babies, and Carla, and Beth is getting babies, and oh my God, someone's getting babies. Sherry, who emailed me, is getting babies. And I want to thank Swirl Gang for messaging me. I am okay. I'm going to be okay. It's going to be fine. She has sent me a beautiful email. So everything's all right. We're one day closer to the weekend for me. It's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday, and tomorrow is the collab with me and Sandra, most likely. Joey's celebrating. His birthday is March 19th, but he's celebrating Sunday. We're going to have an Oreo ice cream cake. Right? So, I want to thank you guys for watching. To all of my friends on YouTube, thank you. If I have not mentioned your name, I appreciate you. And anything else? Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Oh, I always forget to say that.
Hit that bell.
Hit the
And
bell.
make sure you set it to all. Because it tries to do personalized. Set that bell to all. Don't miss
Set
it.
that bell to all.
Don't miss an upload.
Play with that bell.
Well, yeah, I guess you could.
And tell your friends, tell your family, share me on Facebook, share me on Instagram, share me to the world, share me to TikTok.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. What is that movie? Step Brothers? Something worldwide. Boats and hoes. What was it? International, worldwide, something. Remember? I love that movie, Step Brothers.
I don't know. Oh
my God. It was something worldwide, like international, worldwide. They were on the yacht. They were like boats and hoes. You remember that movie?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember Step Brothers?
Oh, God. No,
When he was like, I'm going to rub my balls on your drums. You don't remember? Oh,
That's really
wow.
nice. Some bells might be starting to ring, but I still don't know.
Wow. I know we watched that movie. Okay.
Oh, boy.
We got a movie to watch this weekend.
No! I knew.
Okay, we got shit to do. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Tell your friends, tell your family. And until next time.
Have a wonderful day.
Oh, God, it didn't do.